We ready?
Come on, we on.
We on?
Yeah. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
Land of the good smoke is home of the slaves, and I'm just trying to be raised. Tell me, how can I live with the trauma every day of my life? I'm a beam in this darkness, it seems every life is a nightmare. Cannot live my dreams on this earth. Since I was young, I realized I had a destiny. Bigger than the fiction that disguises what was best for me. Better than the hate and all the lies that beat together me. As a grace of keeping hypnotized since elementary. Thought it was my skin, but studied something that was new to me. They hate me because of what my ancient ancestors used to be. Healers, teachers, deities, not all of them were kings and queens. Our nature was natural, not supernatural. Now they call it magic and voodoo, that shit ain't practical. All the rules connected, always want to learn national. Don't have to shake it over your head. Same snakes up in the garden, but the skin just shed. They'll always try to convince you that it's all in your head. Just know you gotta do better before you hit your bed. I stay away from the streets and the trouble seeing. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down. They don't wanna see us win. Trying to kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hate is deeper than the color of my skin. Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? I know the hate is deeper than the color of my skin. Can I
They
live?
say my rhymes cause too much excitement, ride incitement, shit. Well, there's no indictments for my kinfolk get murdered by white men. Dark skin, light skin, divided and blind. So we beef with each other, our brothers, rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, no nigga. I ain't taking shit from no tars. And ain't no motherfucking nation got freedom from march and begging for portions. Niggas ain't signing no portions. Big payback. You crackers got red in your margins. Why? They broke every tree, slaughtered the buffalo, and then they set fire to teeth. They call their face in mountains, but we go to jail for graffiti. We fought for this country, they keep us sick for listening to ski. We bang it and rock, yeah, they're the ones who stay behind bars. They take all our money, but they ain't wanna give us no jobs. Wasn't supposed to make it, but we stay defying the odds. It's like we really only living off the grace of our God. Can I live without getting harassed by the SARS? Can I live without getting slammed in my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? Yo, can I live without getting harassed by the SARS? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us swim. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
All right, clap it up. The Israelite School, University of Practical Knowledge, started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. See this, Mike? Just like it. Yeah, turn the volume up. Today, the Sunday Scripture Breakdown class in Houston, Texas. Give the Lord a hand one more time. You know what I'm saying, for us being here today. There's a lot going on in the world, And the Lord is destroying this empire. The Lord is putting his foot on your slave master's neck, on the oppressor's neck, and he's doing it, and he is bringing our nation together. That's what he's doing. He's bringing these 12 tribes together as one, because time is winding up. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to come together and stop looking for help from people that are not supposed to help you. No one ever looks from help from their enemies. No one looks to their enemy to assist them in their time of need, in their time of desperation, in their time of suffering and hunger and everything that's going on. No one looks to the person that hates them the most to help them, except for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
And that's crazy to just even imagine it and think about it, that you are expecting a people that have done nothing to deserve your trust, nothing to deserve your loyalty, or even for you to think that they should help you. You look to them for help. And that just shows how desperate we are for some love and affection and attention. And that love that we're looking for is not given to each other. We give that love to everyone else, but we don't give it to each other. That's why we long for it from someone else. And it's time for us to stop longing for that love and that attention from our oppressor. If we don't do that, it's going to do nothing but destroy you more and more and more internally. Inside of you, you're going to not understand life to where it's going to make you want to kill yourself.
It's getting levels on the computer.
It's going to make you want to jump off of a bridge, because you're going to do everything in this world to try to receive love from a people that will never love you. Cornaz, could you give me that tablet back there on that back table? They will never love you. Never. And there's nothing you can do to change that. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 28. This is a part of the curses that we live in. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that should help you know that we are these people. These curses are they are so fitting to us that they fit like a tailor-made suit. Right? I mean, you can look at these curses and you can say, you know what? We most definitely have to be these people, because we're the only people that fit this criteria the way it's written. I want you to start at verse 43.
Come. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
When we put these other nations in between us, in the midst of us, and we try to collab with them and work with them, well, you know what ended up happening? They come up against us very high.
Right.
You know how the white man got America? Does anybody know how the white man got America?
Through tricking the Native Americans.
They did what?
Trick the Native Americans.
The Native Americans saw them come over here and they said, hey, you know, you guys, the winter is coming. This is how you survive the winter. This is how you eat over here. Look, we got gold, we got parrots, we got beads, we got all of these, you know, things over here that this land gives us. Yeah, you got these caves over here that gives us gold. And we got tobacco over here. Down there we got corn. Over there we got cotton. I mean, whatever you're looking for, we got it. And we let these strangers come within us. And read it again.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
And when we let them in, they raise up above us. Their plan in joining us is never to join us. It's to overtake it. That's what when they came to America, they didn't come here to join the Native Americans. They came to conquer this land.
Right.
And that's happening all over the world. And the Lord is showing you that they don't see their own enemies as enemies the way they see you as an enemy. We were in Afghanistan fighting a war for over 20 years about a situation that happened on American soil. You understand? On American soil, where thousands of American citizens were killed because of a terrorist attack by people from the land of Afghanistan. And now, today, America flew over 70,700 people from Afghanistan to America. And you know what? They don't see them as enemies. Not anymore. They don't see them as enemies. You know what? They are helping those people. You know what they didn't do? They didn't do no background checks. You know, when the Mexicans was trying to come over here, you know, Donald Trump was saying, you know, we have to vet them out because, you know, they're sending the worst of those from Mexico over here. They're sending the cartel members. They're sending their, you know, when they call it a shithole country, they said that these people were sons of bitches. What the president said. That's what he said was being sent over here from Mexico. But they just flew over 70,000 Afghanistan people from Afghanistan. You know, the Taliban, you know, the ISIS, and you know the Al-Qaeda, you know that they are like churches. You know that you can leave the Taliban and be in ISIS 1 week, leave ISIS and be in Al-Qaeda. And be in Al-Qaeda. Do you know that you can jump from church to church, from group to group in Afghanistan? So these people are really terrorists, but they feel safer with Afghanistan people being over here than you. Damn. Listen at that. They feel safer with their real, actual enemy that has actually killed some of their people on their soil, that have actually committed terroristic attacks and blown up themselves and blown up buildings and flown planes in the buildings. They feel safer with them over here than you. They build a wall to get you kicked out of this place. They build a wall for you not to be able to come in. But they fly. They evacuate. You know what evacuate means? Rescue. They rescued their enemies and they're kicking you out because they know that you are their real enemy. You don't know it. Keep reading now.
Come out one coming. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
That's what's happening now. The white man is lending to you, but you ain't got nothing to offer him. You ask for a loan, you gotta ask him for a loan. You wanna get a house, you gotta go and ask the white man. You wanna get a car, you gotta talk to the white man about that. You gotta go and ask his banks, you gotta ask his credit union, you gotta ask his financial advisors to get anything. But what can you give them? Your 3-point jumper? The way you sing the national anthem? He gonna lend to you, but you can't lend to him. Keep reading.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Read that again, all right.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
If we all supposed to be created equal and God loves us all, then why is the Lord making them the head and us the tail? The tail means what? The bottom, the back end. That's what it means. And the head is what? The top. Now watch this. See, women think that when they get married that they are the tail. The Lord didn't call a woman a tail. The Lord called a man the head, but he didn't call a woman a tail. In this scenario right here, we the ass. Right. That's what we are. Right. That's what he's trying to get you to understand. You at the very bottom. Everything sits on you. When you do a dog pile, who's ever at the bottom is the one that's carrying all the way. Right. You the tail. You're the tail dog. That's what they call it when you're online. The tail dog. Keep going.
Moreover, All these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee.
All these blessings?
All these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
No, because you ain't going to church.
Because thy hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because you ain't because you having a problem with your job.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Why is this gonna happen to you?
For a sign and for a wonder.
For a sign. These curses that we are seeing happening to our people, this is a sign from the Lord. The way they won't let the Mexicans cross the border, but they left the Afghanistan cross the border, that's a sign. The way they won't let these Haitians into the country, but they let these Afghanistanis into the country, and these East Indians, and these Africans, and these Asians. Do you know the biggest group of immigrants in the United States? Do you know what the biggest group of immigrants is in the United States?
Come, sir. Moabites.
Chinese people. Give them a hand. The biggest group of immigrants in the United States is the Chinese people. Now, if you were looking for Chinese people, what could you find them at?
In Chinatown.
In Chinatown. Now, let that process. ICE has to go to Mexican people's jobs and they kids' school, and they gotta go and find them walking up the street. Mexicans are afraid to ride a bike with a refrigerator on the front of it selling popsicles. They afraid to have a food truck. They selling tamales out the trunk. Because they are afraid. When you can go to a central location anywhere in the United States and find immigrants, it's called Chinatown. The streets are in Chinese. Do you understand that? The street signs, the restaurant signs, they got doctors, they got all of these different things in this community. If they were looking for immigrants, there's a side of town where immigrants rule. They do what they want to do. They rules that they set up, and they say, we got rules, and these people are breaking the law. Those Chinese people broke the law too. But the Lord is trying to get you to see a sign. Quinaz, go ahead.
Hey, Slang, if I could, sir. They even have like ambassadors for them.
Yeah, a liaison.
A liaison that go around for like things they don't like, so it can be fair for them.
Right.
And they won't let our people sell good, clean food. Then they out here selling cats and dogs all in their restaurant.
Give them a hand.
Killing it.
Let me tell you something. There was something called Stop Asian Hate. How long did it go on? About a month, 2 months at the most. What happened? They liaisons stepped up and said, you're not going to do this, you're not going to say this, you're not going to do this, or we are going to do this, this, and that. And now the law was passed that if you violate these Asian people, they'll be able to do whatever they need to do. In the United States.
Quick.
Real quick.
The same year.
The same year. How long we been fighting for freedom? How long we been fighting for rights? How long have we been saying, I am a man? How long have we been saying Black Lives Matter? How long have we been saying that, why do we have to beg for our lives to matter? Do you understand that? Because the Lord is trying to show you a sign. He's trying to show you a sign and a wonder. Keep reading.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies.
You gonna serve who?
Shit, so like you, sir.
Go ahead, go back where you was at.
Yeah, I skipped 46. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servest.
Stop. This sign that you're going to see is going to be upon your seed forever. Who is your seed?
Your children.
Your children. This is going to be passed down from generation to generation. What? Being at the bottom. Being subservient to your enemies. Keep going.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Why is this happening?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Is it happening because you're undereducated?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
Is it because of anything other than your disobedience? No. This is all because you don't serve the Lord with joyfulness. Why should we be happy to serve the Lord? We should be happy to serve the Lord because our King died for us. Do you understand that? Like, at first, we didn't even have an opportunity to come back. Now we got an opportunity to come back, and you still don't want to serve the Lord?
Listen.
You still don't want to keep the feast of the Day of Atonement? You try to find a way to wiggle out the Day of Atonement. I got to go to work tomorrow. I got football practice. I got PE tomorrow. I got to go do, I got to wash the car. And it's hot out there. Salaki, sir, can I be excused from the Day of Atonement because it's hot in my job? I work in the warehouse. All right, pass out.
Right.
You ain't gonna die. You just gonna faint. Just pass out. Go to sleep until it's time to wake up. Until the sun is down. You done got some free hours. You know what I mean? But don't drink no water. Afflict yourself. Don't eat no food. Why? Because the Lord said to do it. You should be happy to do what the Lord said to do.
Right.
It shouldn't be grievous. But because you serve not the Lord your God with joyfulness, then what happens?
And with joyfulness and gladness. With joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall bring against thee in hunger.
Stop. Who you gonna serve?
The enemies.
Yo, who?
Thine enemies.
Where is this at? Are we reading this out of the, is this Dr. Seuss? What book is we reading out of?
The King James version of all about.
This is the Bible. The Bible is telling one group of people that they gonna serve their enemies. And they say you gonna serve another people. He said these people you gonna serve are going to be enemies to you. Keep going.
And therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who's sending them against you?
The Lord shall send against thee.
Harp sending them against you.
The Lord shall send.
CERN sending them against you.
The Lord shall send against thee.
The white man sent them against them.
The Lord shall send against
The Lord sent these other nations. The Lord set up Chinatown. The Lord set up the halal trucks. The Lord set up the beauty supplies, the nail shops, the braid shops. The Lord set up the gas stations in your neighborhood to show you what you could have had because you didn't want to listen to him. So he showed you your enemies making money off of you and becoming rich. And you look at them and envy them and say, man, I wish I had money like them. Man, that sure is a good hustle. Wish I could have me a corner store. I wish I had me a gas station.
Right.
Man, it'll sure be nice if I can start my family business. When you start a business, what? Who supports it? Nobody. No, nobody at all. Why? Because you live in the curse, right? You don't love your people like the Lord told you to do. Who supports Chinese businesses first? Chinese people are. That's why they can have a Chinatown, because they are going to spend money with each other first.
Oh, yeah.
Who buys black food first? Who's the first people to buy some black food? Soon as a soul food restaurant pop up in the hood, who's in line?
It's like you said, the oppressors.
White people. Yeah. Give them a hand. It ain't you. You gonna be like, who that? That's black on? No, this probably ain't, the food ain't good. They probably ain't got it clean in there. I know it's high. You know they high.
They high.
That's the first thing you walk in the club talking about, yeah, this is $1,000 chain. And this is $1,000 shoes. But then when they come to spending money with your people, you want to get a deal.
Right. Damn.
You ain't gonna give me a, hey man, come on, hook me up, bro. Man, come on, man. Hook me up with some of this. Oh, you acting funny because you got your little business now. You don't want to hook me up. But you walk in your oppressor store and he say, what you need? Two? You need a chain? The chain be already halfway green.
Man.
Give me $1,000.
Right.
You walk in the ear, man, fresh. But you won't do that for your brother. That's a curse. That's a curse. Keep reading.
Come.
In hunger and in thirst,
In what?
thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall bring against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Let me tell you something, man. In America, we need food, clothes, and shelter from our enemy. We pay rent to our oppressors. The dollar in the black community doesn't stay in the black community, but how long? 30 minutes? 6 hours that's the maximum, 6 hours. I'll give you 6 hours, but 30 minutes is sounds about right. Soon as you get paid, you cash that check, you're going to buy hair at the beauty supply. You're going to put gas in your car at the Arabs and the East Indian. If you pay in your rent and your bills, you're paying it to the white man. All of your money that you are spending goes to another nation. Go ahead.
Unless you buying dope.
Unless you buying dope. But no. Because they the plug for the dope.
Right.
The dope man get the dope from the dope man.
Right.
And the real dope man is the white man.
Right.
So all the dollars you spending out is going to another nation.
Cattle.
It ain't going in your own community. Guess what? You leave the United States, you go to Mexico, and hunger and thirst and nakedness. You leave Haiti, you leave here and go to Haiti, and hunger and thirst and in nakedness. Jamaica, hunger, thirst, and nakedness. Guatemala, El Salvador, all of them. We all are being oppressed the same way. The Native Americans, they on a reservation, but they still hungry and thirsty and naked, and they want all things, and they gotta get it from their enemy. Keep reading.
And in one
of all things.
Mm-hmm.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He gonna do what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Go ahead.
Until he have destroyed thee.
What does it mean until?
until it's done.
He gonna put a leash around your neck until you know not to leave the yard.
Right.
That's what he gonna do. It's just like an elephant or an animal that's been in the zoo. You keep an animal in the zoo for so long, if you let them out, they're not gonna go far because they're gonna stay in the perimeters that they used to being in. Just like right now, black people don't leave their city or their state or their hood. Black people in Houston, all they know is their hood. I got so many friends, I be like, yeah, man, I'm traveling, I'm going over here, I'm with the California. Oh man, I ain't got time to go to no California. I'm from the H. Okay, me too. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, they feel like they are portraying the hood by going to visit and seeing something else. Because you are destroyed in your mind. Mentally. You don't want to go anywhere, you don't want to see nothing new because you're stuck in a box because you are a slave. Keep going.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 49. And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Come on now. You know this is the white man. He's the eagle.
Right.
He comes in swift to take your resources. He takes your oil, he takes your gas, he takes all of the necessities that you have. He takes your bananas, your rice, everything. And you know what he does when he takes it? He tells you that you can't have it. You know, you can't grow a banana tree in the land that they buy bananas because you stealing from them. You know, you can't collect rainwater because they want you to buy Ozarka. They don't want you to filter your own water and clean your own water and have it because then you won't have to spend money with them.
Right.
You understand that? Alex? The white man is the devil.
Right.
Right.
And you ignoring it is why he's able to keep you under his foot. You cannot expect your enemy to ever help you. And now, we got our brothers and sisters from Haiti that's in here, that's came to the United States, and they're coming for help and for refuge. And the United States is not willing to give them none of it. They made a gate around them, and now they are flying them back to Haiti. Why did they leave Haiti? Why are the people in Haiti trying to leave Haiti? Does anybody know?
Natural disaster.
It was an earthquake over there. The houses are destroyed. The land is destroyed. Everything is broken up because of an earthquake. I think it was 7.1 or something like that on a Richter scale. It was a natural disaster. And people over there dying. The brother said, I have to leave from over there because if I don't, we're gonna die just being there. And they are flying them back to Haiti. Now, didn't America say that America is about the pursuit of happiness, about freedom and safety and the land of the free? Ain't that the motto? I thought all men were created equal. I thought all men were created equal. It seems like the only people that's created equal is everybody but blacks and Hispanics. Because they equal with the Afghanistan people more than they equal with us. Right. They'll let them come over here. They will fly them over here. And you ain't even asking to fly. You walk over here. You show up with a tent and a sleeping bag and your babies. And they say, yeah, fam, you gotta go back. Matter of fact, let's get him on the plane to cover all the ground he just walked. Now my question is, why do they hate us so much? What did we do? Did we put them in slavery?
Nah.
Did we commit a terrorist attack against them? What did we do to make them hate us so much? Nothing. Give me Ezekiel 35 and 5. We haven't done anything, God. So that means there's nothing you can do to stop them from hating you. Because you, imagine you come to school, you still first day of school, and you walk in there and somebody just like, who is you? That's life for real, that's how it is. You walk in there, they like, who are you, nigga? Shoulder shrug, boom. Why? In your mind, you young, you a freshman. Like, what I do? I don't even know you. I just walked into school with my fresh pair of Air Force Ones on, and you know, I got the same uniform you got on.
Right.
We We got school uniform on. I ain't even fly. Why you mad at me? For nothing now. You didn't do nothing. You got deodorant on. That's what it be. It don't even be nothing. That nigga think he smell good. That nigga pants is iron.
Yeah, they got creases.
He got creases. He privileged. That's how your oppressor feels about you. You jumping 10 feet in the air. You sing the best. You run and the Lord loves you too? You mean to tell me the Lord loves you? I'm gonna make him not love you. I'm gonna give you crack. I'm gonna make you a homosexual. I'm gonna make you a homosexual. I'm gonna feed you pork. I'm gonna give you everything that I know he hates.
Right.
Yeah, now look at your kids. Look at your kids, Lord. Is this your son? Is this your daughter? And you're like, yeah, he just needs to be cleaned up. Can't stand him. Right. Now I gotta do something else. Now I gotta kill him. I gotta stop him from coming in. Abort him. Abort them all. We need to start a movement so they can't have no more of them. Like, they hate you. Read what you got, huh?
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
You killing us when the Lord is freeing us. He's ending it. He's ending the captivity, and you're furthering the affliction. We're coming back to our culture. Huh? We turning back to the Most High. We raising up our brothers and sisters out of the dead, and a natural disaster happens, and our family runs to you for help and for safety, and you turn them away. You tell them, no, I don't got no order from you, but I am the biggest and greatest and best country on the face of the earth. I am the strongest and the most mightiest and have the best military and the most resources, but I don't want to help you. I don't want to help you though. But I'm the greatest. You constantly with one side of your head brag about how great you are, but when we ask for help, you give us none.
Right.
Constantly. Keep reading.
Come on. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord.
What the Lord say?
As I live, saith the Lord.
You know what that mean? That's like in the street, that's like on my mama.
On me.
They're like, look, on me. Let me tell you this. As sure as Dookie stank, I'm gonna do this. That's what the Lord is saying. Go ahead.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
He say, listen, man, I'm not finna play with you. Since you've done this and hated my children perpetually. Somebody look up the word perpetual. Maybe if you know what perpetual means, it'll help you understand. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. This is the dictionary description of perpetual. Never ending or changing.
Read that again. Get this on the mic.
Oh, here you go.
This is the dictionary.com definition of perpetual. Never ending or changing.
Never ending or changing. Because you have a never ending or never changing hatred toward the Lord's children, then the Lord is going to chase you down with blood. Blood is going to pursue you, chase you down. As you run away, as you try to hide and try to get away from the things you talk about, slavery was so long ago and I didn't do it, and you say that I wasn't there for the Trail of Tears and I didn't cut off the Indians' hands and I didn't snatch their bodies apart on the horses, and I didn't make them into leather shoes and jackets and book covers and couches. I didn't do it. The Lord said, I'm going to chase you down and I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna do you the way that you done mine.
Right.
Go ahead, sis.
The second definition says, occurring repeatedly, so frequent as to seem endless and uninterrupted.
Give her a hand, endless, uninterrupted hatred for you. Like, I'm trying to get you to understand, your college education is not going to make them love you. Your bow tie, your nice haircut, your 13-letter words you use in your vocabulary, all your intellectual knowledge of science and social studies and all of the things that they love to hear, that doesn't mean nothing to them because they have a perpetual hatred for you, a never-ending hatred. All of them. Even the ones that say they love you, they hate you. They just lie well enough to show you something different than what they counterparts will show you. Keep going.
Come.
Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate.
I will do what?
Make Mount Seir most desolate.
I will make Mount Seir. Who comes from Mount Seir?
Esau.
Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white man. He comes from the Caucasus Mountains. He comes from Mount Seir. He's gonna make your people and your rulership the most desolate. Meaning he's gonna destroy you. Go ahead.
I just have the precept to prove that.
Go ahead.
This is Genesis 36:8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir.
See,
Esau is Edom.
Esau is Edom, and he dwelled in Mount Seir. The Lord said he's gonna make you most desolate. Keep going.
And cut him off from and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
He's gonna cut off the people that go and come. Keep going.
And I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
You know what your mountains are? The mountains are the rich, the people at the top. The valleys are the people at the bottom. The Lord said, I'm gonna destroy your rich. Your rich are going to die and be destroyed. Keep going.
In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
Now, he didn't just say the rich people was gonna die. He said the rich, the hills, the mountains, the hills, that's the middle class, and the valleys, that's the poor. From the trailer park to the $1 million homes and everything in between, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. Ain't no way around it. Keep going.
Shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
The Lord say he got some perpetual for them. He got perpetual desolation. Why? Because my brothers are under a freeway right now, and you won't give them water.
Right.
But you will fly them back to Haiti. They under the freeway right now, and you won't let them come to the land of the free, where they are trying to get a better chance at life to protect them from a natural disaster. You won't protect my Hispanic brothers from the cartel. You'll vet them. We gotta vet them out. You didn't vet out the Afghanistan.
Right.
You didn't vet out them the Taliban that came over here that snuck on the plane.
Right.
You thought everybody that came on that plane was some outstanding Afghanistani citizens? Lie. It's a whole platoon of Taliban and ISIS in the United States right now. And this is the best part about it. This is the best part about it. This is the best part. Adi, if you could you give me that article I sent you out? I want
Reuters or the Al Jazeera.
I want the last one I sent you. No, give me the U.S. gives.
Okay, that's the Al Jazeera.
Yeah, start with that one first. Read that.
This is from the Bloomberg section of Al Jazeera publication. The Biden administration and more than 200 private agencies are rushing to establish a system for the resettlement of tens of thousands of Afghans.
They're doing what?
Are rushing to establish a system for the resettlement of tens of thousands of Afghans.
They are rushing to resettle the citizens of Afghanistanians of tens of thousands. Why they not rushing to assist these people from Haiti? Now, they are both from different countries. One attacked the United States. The other didn't, but they are rushing to assist them. Yikes. It's not looking good. It's not looking like all men are created equal. If they want to say that all men are all people on the earth. It's not looking like we equal.
Right.
It's looking like Afghanistan is above Haiti.
Oh,
That's what it looks like. Keep reading.
Many of whom fled their country with little more than the clothes that they were wearing. The state
Sounds like the Haitians.
Right.
They fled their country with a little as just their clothes and a tent and a sleeping bag.
Damn.
They sleeping under a bridge right now. But nobody's rushing to help them.
Right.
They are rushing to get them out of here.
Right.
They closed the borders so that no one could come in and out anymore. Keep going.
Come. The State Department plans to spend as much as $2,275 for each evacuee as the relocation effort unfolds in communities across the country over the next few months, according to a department official. Cap, that was more than our stimulus.
We ain't even get that much for the stimulus.
Damn.
And they ain't got no bills.
And they ain't got no bills.
Yeah, so
And they ain't paid no taxes.
and don't owe no school loans.
And they don't owe no school loans.
Ain't built nothing.
And they ain't built nothing. They coming over here and getting better chances than we ever got.
Lacing up their bootstraps.
They ain't have to lace their bootstraps up.
Good night.
They get right off the plane and get a check.
Damn.
They rushing to help them.
Yeah.
go get some McDonald's.
Really?
They go get
Keep reading now, it get better.
$2,275 for each evacuee as the relocation effort unfolds in communities across the country for over the next few months, according to a department official. The money is to be used for housing, food, and other necessities and enrolling children in school.
Now read the next part. This is my favorite part right here. Read this.
This is not business as usual.
This is what?
This is not business as usual.
What else?
We're not ready.
We not what?
We're not ready.
And what else?
We never done anything like this.
We never done this before,
God, dog.
and we not ready. But we gotta get it done.
Damn.
Right.
Go ahead,
If I may, sir, I just have a question. Where is that money coming from?
What? Give him a hand.
Right.
Where is this funding coming from?
Damn.
Where's the money coming from?
Right.
Guess where it's coming from, man? It's coming from the tail.
Damn.
That's where it's coming from.
1.4 trillion.
Because guess what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans spend $4.8 trillion a year. It only costs $1.2 trillion for the stimulus checks.
Damn.
We refund America all the time.
God.
Every Christmas, every 4th of July, every Easter, every St. Patrick's Day, every Labor Day, birthdays, oh my God.
Quinceañeras?
Quinceañeras. We are putting money back into this cow. And they putting all that money into everybody else. And every time you need a loan, denied.
Damn.
When you want a house, denied. You want a car, denied. Your family is stranded under a bridge and sleeping under the freeway, denied. But when some Afghanistan people come over here, we got to hurry up and get something done. We ain't never done this before. We never was under this type of pressure, but we gonna make it happen.
$2,300.
Do you understand that? They never thought about doing that for us. Why haven't they ever thought about doing this for us?
But we ain't this.
Nah, because what?
It's like I said, they done worked so hard to keep us down.
Right, but I need you to be in class.
The perpetual hatred.
That's it, you in class because of the perpetual hatred. But because we are what? Give him the mic.
Oh, this,
The enemy.
Give him a hand. Because we enemies are. We are more of their enemy than the Afghanistan that blew up the Twin Towers are. See that in your mind. We are more their enemy than their enemies. Go ahead.
They just had a 9/11 memorial, and they bringing back the people who did it.
Damn.
Give him a hand.
That brother
That brother, that's sharp. That boy say,
sounded like it did.
they just had a memorial for 9/11, and they bringing them back on 9/11
They trying to have a real
to have a real memorial
And give them bread.
and giving them money.
Thank you.
Boy, it's great to be Afghanistan.
Real talk.
Like they say, like, thank you. Like,
Listen, they like, yeah, thank you. Thank you for destroying stuff over here.
thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna give y'all some money.
Right.
bomb y'all off.
And they put them on another plane too.
Real talk.
They put them on another plane. Listen, this is hell. If you was ever wondering where hell was at for blacks and Hispanics, this is it right here.
Right.
This is hell.
And they had the box cutters.
What's the next part, man? What's the next part? He said, we don't never do this. We not ready. We've never done anything like this before. Go ahead.
Said Chris George, Executive Director of Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Services in New Haven, Connecticut.
But what did he say next?
But we're going to get ready.
But we gonna do what?
But we're going to get ready.
And what else? What else?
And if it's not perfect, that's okay because this is an emergency.
God damn it.
Damn. The ghetto down in
They just said, we don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna get it done because this is an emergency.
Right.
But you got my Haitian brothers under the freeway right now, and you closing the border, and you sending planes over here to get them back to Haiti because of an emergency. They are over here because of an emergency, but it's not emergency enough for you because you hate those people. You hate Hispanics. You hate the Haitians. You hate the Guatemalans. You hate the El Salvadorians. You hate the Gadites. It has never been a state of emergency to help Negroes because we are your enemies.
Right.
You have never thought about helping us out and doing nothing and giving us some resources because you hate us.
That's right.
Perpetually.
Right.
But these other people, you got a little love for them. You got a little love in your heart for them. A little respect. Got a little compassion in your heart. Now, give me the second. Give me the second thing. The second article.
Going on,
Let me show you one. Let me show you something else that's gonna make you mad. Make you a little more angry. I don't see no frowns.
Right.
Let's take a deeper step into this dookie.
Damn.
Go ahead.
This article from Reuters.com. Biden authorizes $100 million in emergency funds for Afghan refugees.
Give Biden a hand.
Good job.
Yeah. Biden said, and you know what, man, I need to help these Afghanistanis out, man. Let's authorize $100 million to help.
That shit crazy.
When was the $100 million authorized to help blacks and Hispanics?
Damn.
We've been over here forever.
Right.
We let them, we opened the gate for them to come over here.
Right. Good night, bro.
Do you understand that?
Real talk.
They came over here with our permission. See,
Right.
this right here lets you know that they wouldn't return the favor if they had the opportunity.
Right.
The same compassion that the Native Americans gave them, they wouldn't give it.
Right.
They got an opportunity to do it right now.
That's right.
They're living in the greatest country that they say on the face of the earth,
Right.
one of the most wealthiest countries on the face of the earth, and now we're asking for help the way they asked for help from the British.
Come on, man.
They said, man, look, man, them people over there, they trying to tax us. We don't want to pay them taxes.
Right.
We need somewhere to come. Come on over here, man.
The
We got you.
pilgrims.
Come on over here, we got you. We help y'all. They trying to beat. Then they started to say, hey, man, after they got through fighting the war, the British was like, hey, man, y'all owe us some money. They was like, we ain't paying y'all back.
Right.
British was like, okay, we gonna tax you then. Then we started to fight against them.
Right.
We started to fight against them. And guess who fought with you? Guess who fought with the white man? We did.
Right.
The first black man to die was a black man named who? Christmas Addicts. He died.
He got a middle school out here.
He got a middle school right here down the street. On Belford, right on the
Right.
same street.
Right.
Christmas Addicts. He died. The first black man in your fight. What's the first white man to die in our fight?
Shame.
Who dying for us?
Damn.
Who's standing up for us? Nobody. Nobody. I should have started that class. I should have started this class off with Nobody Baby. Keith
Damn.
Sweat.
Right.
I should have started the class off with that. Who gonna love you like me? Nobody.
Right.
The only person that's gonna love a black man is a black man.
Right.
The only one that's gonna love a Hispanic and Native American is a Hispanic and Native American.
That's right.
You can't come to white people to get love and to get assistance and get help.
That's right.
Because they'll give it to everybody but you because you're their
Enemy.
You
Good night.
gotta remember that. Keep reading. Read the next sentence.
Come.
Washington, July 23rd. U.S. President Joe Biden on Friday authorized up to $100 million from an emergency fund to meet unexpected, urgent refugee needs stemming from the situation in Afghanistan,
Keep going.
including for Afghan special immigration visa applicants, said the White House.
Here goes the next part.
Biden also authorized the release of $200 million in services and articles from the inventories of U.S. government agencies to meet the same needs, the White House said.
I'm not a mathematician, but that sounds like $300 million that they are allocating for Afghanistani refugees
Terrorists.
who are AKA terrorists.
Damn. Sleeper cells.
Go ahead,
Sorry, and it's only a few thousand of them, so that's like a lot of millions to go around.
They say they don't even know how many thousands of them are over here.
Damn.
They said they had 70,000. I'm gonna let you read it, all right?
They ain't know.
I'm gonna let you read it.
They can put them on the
Ears can
plane.
fit.
Bro, they still playing.
I'm gonna let you read it.
Lapped up.
They lapped up.
Nothing but.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see something.
Catch a little more than something.
Somebody look up how many people in Afghanistan needed to be rescued. Somebody look that up. How many people in Afghanistan need to be rescued? When you get it, read it. You got it? What you got?
I got something that says how many Afghan refugees are coming to the United States. The exact number of refugees arriving from Afghanistan remains unclear, but according to reporting from the New York Times, at least 50,000 Afghans will be admitted into the U.S. within the next month, and around 31,000 have already arrived and are being processed. And this was 5 days ago.
5 days ago, it was 51,000 was on the way.
It says 31,000, but at least 50,000 Afghans will be admitted into the U.S.
All right, what you got, Sid? What you got? Cause right now my article winning.
Right.
I have one administrator on August 26, 2021. One administration official said the number of people who needed to be evacuated could be more than 100,000.
Yikes! 100,000 terrorists is touching down in the United States, and they allocating money to them. They giving them at least $1,100 a month, or more than that.
That's really a fighting force.
They listen now, and they sending They sending Haitians back home.
That's a one.
That's what they doing. They sending Haitians home.
Same thing they did with the Venezuela.
Same thing with Venezuela. I wonder why. I wonder why they did that to the Venezuelans. I wonder why they doing it I wonder why they call Mexico a shithole country.
Right.
And you know what? These people are coming over here with no COVID shots.
Right.
Wow.
Nobody being vetted for being ex-Taliban members. They said, Donald Trump said, you're not sending your best over here.
Right.
You're sending your worst over here.
Right. And they ought to know.
Be a whole third string.
Read what I just sent you out here.
U.S. closes part of the Texas border, begins flying Haitians home.
They doing what?
They began flying Haitians home.
They flying them home out. They are flying our brothers and sisters back home who are escaping from the ground caving under their feet.
Damn. Sinkholes.
And you got Afghanistan people running from their own brothers and sisters. You are freeing these Afghanistan people from being traitors. They are traitors to their own people. And so now the people who stood stiffly with their country and their brothers, they tired of the trailers. So now you leave your people in your country, you leave American soldiers over there to free Afghanistan people and bring them over here. America is discombobulated.
Right.
They are confused. They don't know who to love. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to join with. It's just, they destroyed, huh? Go ahead.
What's crazy is it's Americans over there right now that can't get home.
Right.
They ripping up they paperwork. They not caring, but you let the people that live there come here, but the people that live here can't come home.
This doesn't make no sense to me, huh? That's why this is the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of confusion. It doesn't make sense, huh? Give me Matthew 12 and 25.
12 and 25.
Good.
Come on, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Let me tell you what's happening to America. The left wing is fighting against the right wing. You know what they're saying? You know what's happening right now? They're saying this is all, the right wing is saying this is all Joe Biden's fault.
Right.
He should have been closed the borders.
Right.
The left wing is saying, well, you know, we gotta help everybody out, but we can't help our own people. They confused.
Right.
They don't know what to do. They are a kingdom divided against itself. We are a kingdom that's divided against ourselves.
Right.
We are not unified. The Lord is showing you that when they came over here, they were united. When the 13 colonies and they all came over here, they were united on one thought: getting out of there.
Right.
Not paying them taxes, not joining them, what else was they running from? They were running from something else.
Religious freedom.
Religious freedom. They didn't want to have to serve, whatever Jesus they were serving. It was still a white Jesus. But they didn't want to be Catholics. They didn't want to kiss that ring. You understand? They was together. And then when they got here, they got divided. And every kingdom divided against itself cannot what?
And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
It's not going to stand. While they are divided against themselves and while they are fighting, we need to be coming together and united.
That's right.
We need to be going to listen, let me tell you something. You're going to see the UPK at the border talking to customs, talking to U.S. Border Patrol with 4 U-Hauls backed up with water, clothes, and food for our Haitian brothers.
Right.
Let's give us a few more hours. You're going to see it. You know why? Because we really love our people.
That's right.
We believe the Bible. We believe what the Bible says, and we believe that Christ is coming back. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and we believe that all we have to do is build it. We believe that we have to come together, and we're going to show you we believe it.
That's right.
We're going to show you our faith by our works.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Come on, Cal.
That's what's happening. Now you got faith, you got faith the size of the mustard seed. You do.
To get you some money.
We don't see nothing but the mustard seed.
That's right.
That's all we see. We see nothing. We see that you're selfish, self-centered, and you'll never do nothing that won't get you any praise and glory. Well, we don't care about praise and glory for ourselves because our King died so he can have a kingdom.
That's right.
He didn't die for us to become rich. He didn't die so that I could be a rich man and I can live my best life. He died so I can die for him, and so I can die to raise up other brothers so that they can die for themselves so that he can come and sit on the throne.
Right.
That's what he died for. He wanted to see if you would live like him, if you would follow his lead.
Right.
Now, you don't take it upon yourself to follow his lead. Who lead are you taking? You're taking the white man's lead.
Right.
You're following him. You're following your oppressor. You want to be like your oppressor instead of wanting to be like Christ, but you love the Lord.
Damn.
You love him. No rich man will feed his servant before he feeds himself.
Good night.
The Lord, our King, is not, he don't care about your wants. The Lord says, seek ye what? Second?
First.
He said, seek ye after you get a wife and kids. He said, seek ye after you get a college education and you go off and you build your family up, then come and find me.
First.
No. He said, seek ye first
Right.
his kingdom and his righteousness. Not your kingdom and your righteousness. His kingdom and his righteousness. And then all these things, that family, these kids you want, the money, the comfortability, the stress relief, all that will be added unto you. You got to put the Lord first, not yourself. And a lot of our people are putting themselves before the Lord, and you living in your heaven right now. So when the kingdom of heaven comes, don't ask to be there. Don't say, Lord, Lord, I want to go to the kingdom. Man, don't you got a 2-story house right now? 4-door garage? Don't you got 20 acres of land? Didn't you pray and ask for it? That's why you weren't able to go do the work for me, wasn't it? Because you had to build your businesses. You had to make your money.
You said, fuck me.
You said, forget me. You had to get your bread, no problem. You got your bread. Now, these that stood stiffly with me, they gonna rule with me. You gonna die with your master. Because no family and no house and no kingdom divided against themselves will not stand. It won't stand at all.
Right.
We have to unite. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. If you're in a fake Israelite group, and we call it fake because there's only one truth.
Right.
And the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth.
That's right.
Your teacher knew that the I.S.U.P.K was the home of the truth because he came and learned here first. And he left here and started teaching something else. No sweat. If you love the Lord, you'll come and get in the body of Christ.
Right.
If you love the Lord, you'll set aside your difference and you'll come in here and you'll serve the Lord with gladness.
Right.
That's what you'll do. You'll be happy to do it like we are. Because what are we doing it for? Our King. That's it. It ain't about nothing else. We say we're not affiliated with you because we're not affiliated with your gayness.
Right.
And your child molestation and your raping and all the stuff you do and all the stuff you do that destroys families. That we gotta counsel your people over to because they thought they was in the truth.
Right.
We're not affiliated with that. But you come get up in here and you come learn and you come and get in the body, you could be affiliated with us. We'll be affiliated with you. But like our King Christ said, who is my father and who is my mother and who is my brother? Those that do the will of my father is my mother and my brother.
Right.
If you're not doing the most, if you wasn't walking with Christ, you was without. That's what Christ said. Christ said, if you're not with me, you what?
Yes.
That's what Christ said. Christ said, if you not with me, you are against me. Why? Because every house divided against itself can't stand.
Right.
That's why. You got to be with us to be with us.
Right.
You got to be with us to be with Christ.
Right.
Now, that's what Christ said.
That's right.
If you wasn't a disciple, you wasn't with Christ. John the Baptist wasn't with Christ. Cleophas wasn't with Christ. Thaddeus wasn't with Christ.
Right.
All them Pharisees and Sadducees, they had breakdowns and they were teachers, but they were not with Christ.
Damn.
The only ones that were with Christ were his disciples.
That's right.
That's it. And we follow Christ. So we say, if you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you're not in the truth.
Right.
Because that's what Christ would do. Give me Isaiah 14 and 17 real quick.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 17. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
This is talking about the so-called white man
Good night.
who made the earth a wilderness.
Right.
And he won't open the house of his prisoners. Why does America not give resources to Haiti?
Because Haitians are America's prisoners.
Give them a hand. Because of the Haitian revolt, they are prisoners. And they don't want to assist these people because these people will stand up and fight. We don't want to assist these people. Go ahead.
So like if I made it more prisoners of France, but the French are allied to America.
So now, they won't open the house to the prisoners. You know what they want Haitians to go back to? You know what they want the Haitians to go back to Haiti and do? Make mud pies.
Damn. Mud cookies.
Mud cookies. That's what they was over there eating now. Process that.
Constant.
In Haiti, they were eating mud cookies.
Right.
They would get cookies. They would get mud, make it into dough,
Sugar.
put a little sugar in the mud,
Right.
put it in the oven, and feed their family with mud cookies.
Damn.
That's what they're opening. That's what they are telling them to go back and do. Now, that was before a natural disaster. That was before the earthquake that hit them. They were making mud cookies before the earthquake. Now what they gonna eat now? Now what can they eat? If they over here, if they've been eating mud cookies for all these years and they ain't trying to come over here, that means they can't even eat mud cookies right now. And you telling them to leave? Go ahead, Audio. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Cap, it's Israel, like it's real messed up that they flying people over here who have like really a stable land that they own people made unstable, but the Haitians over here with no power over what happened to their land, with ruined infrastructure, no type of hospital or healthcare or nothing like that. Shit, if the Afghans go back, if the Afghans go back over there, they'll be able to eat, go back to work, they'll be able to go to the doctor, everything like that.
All right, let me tell you something. Do you know that the Afghanistani people that came over here with suitcases full of money?
Right.
You know they came over here with suitcases full of money, They didn't come over here with sleeping bags and teepees. They came over here with money, These people are running from poverty. How do we know they make mud cookies?
Right.
How do we know that? We ain't been to Haiti. If you turn on the documentaries,
That's right.
they show you people in Haiti making mud cookies. So that means they know the poverty that's in that land. They know it. And because they're so evil and they hate you so much, they won't even let you get a breath of fresh air. Don't worry, the Lord gonna pursue them with blood.
That's right.
It's sub-poverty now.
Sub-poverty.
Damn.
Like, what you gonna do?
Go ahead,
That's Poe with this P.O., not O.R.
Yeah, that's PO. That's not P-O-O-R, that's P-O.
They gonna live in the cracks and crevices.
If I may, sir, I got the Wikipedia definition on the mud cookies of Haiti. It says this dirt is collected from the nation's central plateau near the town of Huchin and trucked over to the market where women have to purchase the mud still.
Stop. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they got a certain kind of dirt they gotta buy
Yes, sir. They got
to make the mud cookie?
That's right, sir.
Go ahead.
And if I could, that sounds like when we were in Egypt and Pharaoh wanted to further our burdens with the brick, Pharaoh told us, we're not going to even send you the materials for it. So we had to go out, find the materials for the brick, and then when we made it an easier way to do it, Pharaoh oppressed us even more. So like,
Took the straw. Took the mortar.
They did. They took they dirt.
Yeah, listen what they did. They making you buy the dirt to make dirt cookies. Damn. And you trying to and you run to them for help. Put that in your head.
real talk.
You run to them for help because you look at them and you don't see the devil. Damn. When you look at them, you say he's not like the one over here.
Right.
They're different. Listen, the white man, when we say the white man, we're not talking about one.
Right.
We're talking about men.
Right.
We're talking about yum.
Yeah.
Yum. We're talking about
Plural.
plural. Damn.
Nigga, they use jet fuel to fly niggas back up. Man,
They spending money on jet fuel.
you know what? I could just
When they
buy
could-
some Lunchables.
They give them some Lunchables. They can give them apples and oranges out.
Apples and oranges, but you spending all
Piece
this
of bread.
airplane
They can
fuel.
say, take a slice of bread and pass it down.
Right.
Oh, that's crazy.
We do it at Hebrew Academy all the time.
Real talk.
We give you a bottle of water and a slice of bread and say, pass it down.
That's hate. Cap, they can let these niggas just live by the water.
Real talk.
Bro, and them niggas gonna live good and eat fish. Bro, they can do it.
They can do it.
But they don't even want them over here,
They
bro.
don't
They
even
want them
over
niggas to
here.
go.
They don't even want them over here breathing Texas air. Damn.
They want them to be in destroyed tropical climate.
Utter poverty, because what tribe is Haiti?
The priest, sir.
That is the tribe of priests. Those are the Levites, man. It's in them to get stuff right.
Right.
And if they get over here, that's why we gotta get out there.
God damn.
We gotta have I'm just trying to see if we can have the feast of booths at the border.
Damn.
I'm gonna try to see if we can go and have the Feast of Tabernacles at the border with our Haitian brothers.
Come on.
We go sit out there and booths with them.
Real
That's
talk.
what we'll do. Cause this is heinous. This is just evil. And I pray the Lord destroys America for this.
They gonna rock their own destruction up here.
I pray the Lord destroys America,
Right.
turning his back on the Lord's people.
That's right.
You didn't turn your back on them Afghanistan people, but you turned your back on Haitians and Issacharites. Damn. I pray the Lord and the Lord, listen, you already got the coronavirus.
Right.
You got your military spending all their money. And now you got all these natural disasters. I pray the Lord depletes all the funds that America has. Bring it down to zero.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this place needs to pay for what they're doing to the Lord's people. Give me Isaiah, you got that already. Give me Zechariah 1:15.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
They did what?
Help forward the affliction.
They already eating mud cookies, and now you gonna kick them out when they trying to get some bread? You gonna forward the affliction? First of all, the Lord is already punishing us by you being over us in the first place.
Right.
By you being the head and we being the tail, Mr. Oppressor.
Right.
The Lord is already punishing us.
That's right.
And now you're gonna take our culture, our language, our land, our history, and then you're gonna put us in utter poverty?
Damn.
You forwarding the affliction?
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 16, Con. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord of hosts.
The Lord has mercy on his people because of the UPK.
That's right.
And we are building a nation up. And we're going to save our brothers and sisters.
That's right.
We're going to save our brothers and sisters.
That's
We're
right.
going to go and feed them. And we're going to let them know that there is a place of refuge. It's not in the white man's hands.
Right.
It's not in his arms. Don't look for him. The next time you need help, don't call them.
Right.
Call us.
That's right.
Call the UPK.
That's right.
Because we'll come and save you and feed you and clothe you. The Lord said, why would a good father feed his child stones?
Damn.
When he asks for bread?
Real talk.
The white man is not a good father.
That's right.
Because the white man would give you stones for bread.
That's right.
He's doing it right now.
Look.
But that's all right. The Lord has set up righteous men and women. And listen, now, whatever we gotta do to make sure our brothers and sisters are good, we're gonna do that. Is that it on that?
Sir.
Go ahead.
And a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem.
Yes. And the Lord is gonna protect us and cover us as we go out and do what we do. Give me Isaiah 14:5 and I'm done.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 5.
Read verse 4.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Let me tell you something, Biden. We're finna tell you something that the Lord wants you to know.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
How has what?
The oppressor ceased.
You about to be destroyed in this place.
That's right.
Your empire, your kingdom, whatever you want to call this place, is about to be destroyed. You're about to be stopped. You about to be stopped by the men of the Lord under our King YAHANNA, man. For what you doing to our brothers and sisters.
Right.
You gotta pay it. Thus said the Lord.
Right.
Keep reading.
And golden city ceased.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked.
The Lord is doing what?
Broken the staff of the wicked.
For so long you've had a staff that everybody respected. Everybody respected your military, and everybody respected your words of power and how you were so strong and had so much authority. The Lord is taking that from you right now. He's taking that from you every second, every minute, every hour of the day.
That's right.
Keep reading.
And the scepter of the rulers.
And the scepter of the rulers. And the way all the other nations saw you, the Lord is taking that from you. Go ahead.
Verse 6. He whom smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
You've been smiting us with wrath continually.
Right.
Over and over and over again for centuries. No matter what, we still try to find a way to love you.
That's right.
We still try to come back. The Lord is waking us up to see that your hate is perpetual. And it's a never-ending hate that we can do nothing about.
Good night.
We can never change you.
That's right.
And we see that now.
That's right.
Because of your never-ending hatred. Now we can feel those strokes.
Right.
And now we want those strokes to stop. So you know what? We turn into our power.
That's right.
And we turn into one another.
That's right.
Your worst nightmare is here.
That's right.
We love each other now. Your worst nightmare has finally came up out the ground.
Right.
Blacks and Hispanics now know we brothers and sisters.
Right.
And we are going to put you under our boots.
That's
Thus
right.
said the Lord.
That's right.
Keep reading.
And persecuted, and none hinder it.
And nobody stopped you from persecuting us.
That's right.
The Arabs didn't stop you.
That's right.
The Chinese people didn't, the Japanese, the East Indians, the Africans.
Right.
Nobody stopped you from hurting us.
That's right.
So when it's your time, these other nations can't come and ask us for help either.
That's right.
Because you wasn't there in our day of affliction.
That's right.
For us.
That's right.
Keep reading.
Verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
Why? Because you are going into change.
Good night.
When you go into change, the earth will be at rest.
That's
and
right.
will be in peace.
That's
and
right.
everybody will be happy because the devil is no longer the ruler of the earth. The scriptures say that the Lord, that the earth is ruled by devils. It's been habitations of devils.
Right.
That's what it says in Revelation.
Right.
You the devils that's inhabiting the earth. Keep reading.
Verse 8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is coming up against us.
Read that part again. Since what?
Since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Since the white man goes down, no feller.
Wow.
You know that's a nigga.
Right.
No feller is coming up against us.
Right.
Since we destroyed you, now we ain't got no enemies. Once we get you under our boots, ain't no fella gonna come up against us.
Real talk.
Because we're gonna destroy the Debo.
That's right.
We're gonna destroy the biggest, baddest bully in the earth
That's right.
with our king, the white man. Keep reading.
Verse 9. Hell from beneath is moving for thee to meet thee.
Who is hell from beneath? Us. We at the bottom. We not even in the valley. We in hell. You got the mountains, the hills, and the valley, and then you got hell. That's us. Well, guess what? The Bible say hell from beneath you is what?
Hell from beneath you is come up against you. Salaki.
Verse 9.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Where you at, white man? You at the top. And the hell is meeting you as you come. As you falling, we coming up. That's called revolution.
That's right.
Revolving. That's what's happening. It's gonna be a change of the table. Like a revolver.
Hourglass.
Like a revolver. It's a bullet at the bottom and it's a bullet at the top. Your bullet shot, and now that chamber moving.
Ooh-wee.
And now we coming to the top.
Ooh-wee.
Keep going.
It stirred up the dead for thee.
And guess what? We got hell waiting on you.
Right.
The mud cookies, they waiting on you.
Right.
All that poverty food, them syrup sandwiches.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Them ketchup sandwiches we've been eating.
The cheese.
The cheese, the grilled cheese sandwiches. Listen, man, you gonna have to feel that.
Right.
We might still eat cheese sandwiches though.
Real talk.
Cheese sandwiches, you know, it's poverty, but it's a good side of poverty. You
Real talk.
know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Even all the chief ones of the earth, it has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation.
When they see you fall, all the kings of the nation are gonna look at you, and everybody gonna see that you fall, and they gonna be like, "Dang, is that them?" I thought they was undefeatable.
Real talk.
What's gonna happen next? Read.
Verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
What? They gonna look at you and say, Mr. White Man, he out there eating mud cookies?
Good night.
Donald Trump, he got a mud cooking factory.
Damn.
Man, now they just like us.
Right.
Keep going.
Art thou become like unto us?
Or now you just like us?
Right.
Now you poor. Mr. White Man poor? I never thought I'd see the day. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread over under thee, and the worms cover thee.
The worms, what are worms for? Eating the flesh of the dead. The worms are down there ready to feast. Why? Because a lot of bodies is coming. A lot of bodies is coming to this ground. White people jump out of business when losing their job. Imagine what it's going to be like when a black man rule the earth.
Good night.
Keep reading.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Oh, what?
O Lucifer.
I thought Lucifer was an angel. I thought Lucifer was a spirit.
Good night.
I thought he was over the choir.
Good night.
You know, Lucifer used to be the choir director in heaven.
Bagpipes.
With the bagpipes and all the diamonds and the stuff in his chest. And so he fell from heaven. And you know, him and his choir. Him and 1/3 of his choir fell.
Damn.
That's what they said. But if you read the Bible, Lucifer is the king of Babylon.
Good night.
Ain't that what we're talking about?
Right.
Ain't we talking about Babylon?
Right.
How art thou fallen from heaven? Go ahead.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning. You are the one that everybody looks up to in the morning. You the first thing that everybody sees and wants to be alike and model themselves after. They want to come and lay under you. You go and lay under the tree for safety. You come and lay under the sun for vitamin D.
Good night.
Everybody's laying under the white man for vitamins. They need water, food, clothes, shelter. They need everything from him. They love the white man. Well, the Lord said, you're going to fall from heaven. And everybody's going to see you. Everybody. And drop down to 16. And they going to say what?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 16. They shall see thee. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
They going to look at you narrowly. Like, and they going to say what?
and shall look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man?
Is this the spirit?
Is this the man?
Is this the demon?
Is this the man?
Is this the choir director?
Is this the man?
Is this the man? When the white man fall, they gonna say, is this the man that did what?
That made the earth to tremble. That did shake kingdoms.
Is this the one that dropped the bombs?
Right.
Is this the one y'all was afraid of?
Right.
That's what they gonna say. You don't want to feed Haitians. You don't want to give Haitians nowhere to stay, and El Salvadorians and Chileans and Guatemalans and Native Americans. They stand on reservations getting drunk, and you don't want Mexicans. You build a wall that any third grader could climb up and slide down the other side of it.
Good night.
But you build a wall, and you bring blacks and Hispanics and you destroy them. No sweat. We'll remember that.
That's right.
We'll remember that in our day.
That's right.
And when we get our day, everybody is going to know why we're rejoicing and singing and happy and crying because of your demise.
That's right.
Because the perpetual hatred will be met with perpetual desolation.
Forever.
Right, man.
Forever.
That's the scripture.
We got any questions?
That's the scripture.
Right.
You can take that to the bank.
That's the scripture.
With that, we're going to pass the class over to, you got a question?
Cap, I just wanted to say that in the next hurricane, I want to be the only nigga with a boat so I can take the white people back to where it's flooding it. Like, shit, they should have took their ass back to Katy where shit, it was flooding everywhere in Water County.
And another thing about that is white people moved out of the inner city thinking it would be better when the inner city don't flood and all the surrounding areas that they stay in is the flood
The
zone.
floodplain.
Yep. And Katy, it's always flooding out there.
Right.
Where white people stay at, it's always flood. River Oaks, flood
Right.
zone.
Lesson.
Everywhere that they stay is always flood. In the hood, little water flows here and there that you can drive through. We be barbecuing and enjoying ourselves.
The day off.
That's it. That's why they trying to move back to the hood.
Right.
That's why they gentrifying our neighborhood.
That's right.
Because they trying to get that good land that they thought they was leaving us and getting away from us. That ain't coming back.
I want to take them back to the water if I get a chance.
With that, we gonna pass the class to Precinct Officer Quinaz. Give him a hand.
That's right.
Take those back.
We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Mayashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Feast of Tabernacles, which is the 15th day of the 7th month, for 8 days, starting Monday the 20th through Tuesday the 28th of September 2021. The corresponding scriptures for that is Leviticus chapter 23. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, you ought to wear all black, boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And that concludes the security announcement.
With that, imagine. Saw. Turn the face to east. Say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadash.
Wadash.
Ayah. Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Balakaka.
Balakaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayaka.
Ratazayaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Asha.
Asha.
Rataza.
Rataza.
Wa.
Wa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Nanawa.
Nanawa.
Come. Call.
Call.
Yum.
Yum.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Abawafnawa.
Abawafnawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Abawafyanawa.
Abawafyanawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabaya'ayanawa.
Tabaya'ayanawa.
Anasaya 1.
Anasaya 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Ashayanawa.
Ashayanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra. Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwat.
Hamalakwat.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wa'adapara.
Wa'adapara.
La'awalamyam.
La'awalamyam.
Aman.
Aman.
In the English, our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us.
And forgive us.
Our debts.
Our debts.
As we forgive.
As we forgive.
Our debtors.
Our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not.
To temptation.
To temptation.
But deliver us.
Deliver us.
From evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
So, I want to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Mayim Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yazmatah. So, give a courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Mayim Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yazmatah. Dismiss.